Welcome back to the show. Actor Michael Urie is having a busy fall. The star recently wrapped up his run No Mary, was nominated for an Emmy for his role in Shrinking, and now is currently playing the title character in the Red Bull Theater's presentation of Richard II, which is being performed at Astor Place Theatre. I recently caught up with Urie in the onstage studio to talk about taking on what he calls a bucket list role. Michael Urie, welcome back to Onstage, and congratulations on Richard II. You are non-stop, my friend. You were just here talking about Oh Mary.
I know.
Now you're in Richard II, downtown. Show was set in New York City.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the hair.
Yes. That's why I'm sporting a mullet. Yeah, so Craig Baldwin is the amazing director and created this version of the show. Of course, it's all the original Shakespeare, but in a slightly different order, and some of the characters do slightly different things than in the original, but this 1980s New York conceit is really great. First of all, it means that we can kind of play it more subtly.
Yeah.
We don't have to like be all kingly.
Yeah.
But also it looks great because we're in 80s clothes. Sounds great because there's 80s music and stuff. But what's really interesting about the 1980s in New York is it was such a turning point. Richard II is the beginning of the War of the Roses, Shakespeare's huge history cycle, which continued with Henry IV, Henry V, Henry VI, and then Richard III is kind of the end of it all. The humpback, you know, he's sort of. And Craig says, if you look at where we are now, politically, it kind of started in the 80s. This sort of greed is good trajectory that the 80s put us on, this Wall Street thing. It's very interesting to see where we are now and kind of track it back to the 80s. So he thought, why not start the War of the Roses where our current political climate started? And it's interesting. It's really, really interesting.
Now, was Richard II, was this play always on your radar? Was this something you wanted to do?
Yeah, it's a play that I first saw when I was in drama school.
At Juilliard?
At Juilliard. And Craig Baldwin was actually there. My director was a year ahead of me.
Oh, wow.
So I've known him for a very long time. And they did it when I was, I think I was a second year, they did it in the fourth year. Lee Pace, the great Lee Pace, played Richard. And I was like, ooh, that's a great part.
Yeah.
And it's often queer-coded. A lot of people think of this character as queer-coded. Richard historically took male lovers and is considered the vain king. He likes his gay apparel. And we're really leaning into that.
Yeah.
Of course, in the 80s, the sort of, I always think of like Halston and these guys that like really came to power and thrived in the 80s. And of course, the 80s was a breaking point for a lot of reasons. And this play kind of picks up at the height of Richard's reign, and he's created this sort of paradise, surrounded himself with all of his favorite people, taken this fabulous queen, and then things start to go horribly wrong for him.
I love your brooch.
Thank you.
And I know that has special meaning. It's
Yes.
very kingly, if you will.
Jinx Monsoon gave me this when we closed Oh Mary, and it is a lion. It's a lion king, and Richard was known as the lion-hearted king. So yeah.
The other Lion King.
Yeah, the other Lion King, exactly.
Now, what I love about this show, this revival, is that you guys are actually in a space that has been the longtime home of Blue Man Group.
That's right.
This is the first time like we can actually go there and see something different now that Blue Man Group is no longer there.
Absolutely. So Blue Man Group was there for 35
I know.
years.
I always remember Astor Place Theatre as the Blue Man Group Theatre.
There's blue handprints everywhere. Just kidding. They cleaned it up. They did a very nice remodel in there, and it looks great. And it's a really cool space. And it's an incredible location right across the street. I mean, every night
Next
we come.
to Indochine.
Right, Indoshine's right there. Astor Place is such a great area. So we come out, and it's the beautiful public theater right across the street. So it's great. There was some, rusty walls and things that didn't quite work. That were like, oh, I guess the Blue Men didn't need that or whatever. But it's all coming together. And it's working. It's a really great space, and our show fits in beautifully. We have an amazing design team, And the cast is so good. Some of my favorite actors ever in the show.
And favorite people ever. I mean,
Yes.
Ryan, your
Yes.
longtime partner,
My other half,
celebrating
yeah.
17 years
Oh.
during tech.
Yes, we sure did. Yeah, we celebrated our 17th anniversary in the middle of tech. And it's nice. It's really nice to, you know, if I'm going to have to share a dressing room, he's a good person to share with.
Yeah, yeah. And what's that like? I'm always curious when actors are working with one another, you know, being at home and then going to the theater and then vice versa. I mean, do you keep work at the theater or are you guys working?
No.
Okay. All right.
We don't.
No rules.
No, I mean, sometimes it's like, I think we should stop talking about the play now.
Yeah.
Let's put on Only Murders in the Building and stop talking about the play. You know, that'll happen sometimes. But what's great about it is if I'm having a problem in the rehearsal or in the show, he knows all the players. You know, he knows he knows everything. So that's really helpful. And he's a great actor.
Yeah.
So I love having him around, and he's very smart.
What other roles in Shakespeare's canon do you also want to tackle?
Oh, wow.
Put it out there. Let's secret that stuff.
I mean, I would love to round out this history cycle and play Richard III someday.
Okay.
Iago in Othello
is
is one of those that I've got my eye on. There's a beautiful play called The Winter's Tale. Have you seen that? Have you seen this? It's so beautiful. I would love to be in that play.
Yeah.
And you know, I would love to go toe to toe with some amazing actress in Much Ado About Nothing.
Like who?
Oh God. Well, my old pal Jessica Chastain.
All right.
We were in school
At Juilliard,
together.
yeah.
We played opposite each other a lot at school. She was my sister. She was my mother. She was my wife. You know, over the years, you find each other opposite each other a lot at school, but we haven't worked together professionally.
Let's get her back to Broadway.
Okay, let's
She's
do it.
due. She's due. Great things happen to great people, and you are one of the greats. Michael Urie, thanks for coming in, and congrats on everything.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more premiere theater coverage and exclusive interviews, click the subscribe button. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you there.